Hey guys, welcome to another Make a Card Monday. So today we're going to be doing a different kind of fold on a card. This has been a little challenging for me, but it works out in the long run. So I picked up this die set on Temu, of course. I love to try new things and I don't want to spend a lot of money if I'm not going to like it. So, but I have some pretty pattern paper here, and I do need to cut a lot of layers for this card. So we're going to give that a try this time. And I did cut a white one and a black one because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. And I decided to go with the black. I just think it's a little more dramatic, especially with flowers. I just think it's a beautiful background. So I'm just double scoring these lines. The die did cut me some score lines. Normally I would cut this on the other, or score this on the other side so it folds, but I needed to cover up those dotted lines. So I'm really going to have to press this pretty hard to get it to lay. And in the long run, it doesn't lay super flat, and that's why I had to put a band on it when I was done, which I think it added to this, so I didn't have to decorate the front. So right now I'm just checking my background dies to make sure everything was going to fit. And then I had to decide which color I was going to do on the bottom layer, which I decided to do pink. And then I have these really pretty flowered papers that I'm going to do on the top part. I'm usually not a pattern paper girl, so this was interesting. It was easy because it was already colored for me. So I didn't have to emboss it or color it in or stamp it. All I had to do was cut it out. And I am using my electric die cutter, my Empress from Anna Griffin. I love this machine. You don't have to crank it. But I'm making sure that I'm fitting those flowers in this part here so it doesn't look a little wonky. So I made sure that I lined those up so they were placed very prettily. Let's say that. So now I can see what shows through when I close the flaps. And now I'm going to cut out the pink and the flower paper for the sides. So I'm not worried about the pink paper, because it doesn't matter which way I really use it. You're really not going to see enough of it to decide, oh, I want this cloud part on the top or on the bottom. It doesn't really matter. If you hear TV in the background, it's my hubby watching TV, so I'm in the next room over. He's already been talking to me and I'm giving him the eye. I love this little tabletop die cutter. Don't have to like keep running things through the other one. And it gives my arm a little workout. So I did speed this video up quite a bit. I think I had 2 hours of footage. I got it down to 20 minutes, so you're welcome. I would never make you watch it in real time unless we were live and we were chatting while we were doing it. Someday maybe we'll be able to do a live. So this where I caught myself and like, okay, I gotta remember one's gotta go upside down and one's gotta go the right way. So I was like, okay, so this one is this side. I'm good on this one, and then you'll see how I flip it on the other one. I can't believe I caught that, because normally I'd be like, oh darn, I cut it the wrong way. But I only had 2 pieces of this pattern paper. So if I would have screwed that up, I wouldn't have had enough paper to finish the card. Cranky, cranky. There we go. I have dies everywhere laying. Alright, so I'm going to glue all this together. I don't normally do this part before I create what's going on the card. So this was different for me. But I think it was because I wanted to see what it looked like so I could decide exactly what I wanted to put on the inside. And this paper is very thin, so it doesn't bulk up the card, but it gives it that pretty inside look when you open the card. It's like, oh, that's so pretty. These paperweights are a godsend. I'm glad I bought 2 more. They hold everything down while the glue is setting. So on the choice that I made for the inside of the card, I was up in the air if I wanted to try to watercolor, but then I thought, well, the watercoloring would probably be too ethereal for the background, so I end up coloring with Gamsol again. Just haven't found time to play with the alcohol markers. I don't have Copics, but I have another off-brand that I bought myself for Christmas. So I really want to get them out and play with them a little bit. But I have tons of little critter stamps that I would like to practice coloring some little critters. If you ever want to learn how to color with alcohol markers, you know, like when you're stamping, Caitlin, she has a channel. I watch her twice a week. She also does demonstrations for Pink and Maine. She's a good one to watch. I want to say her channel name is, it used to be Caitlin Anna Lee, but I think it's Caitlin's Cards now. I'm not positive on that. I'll have to look. If I find it, I'll put it in the description. Okay, and this is the stamp that I'm going to use. It's a big one. I like it. Takes up a lot of space on the page. And I was a good girl. I left my stamp in the stamper, because you'll see where I missed a spot. And I'm going to use my pressure tool on this one, and I still missed a spot. I don't think I put enough ink up there on the top leaf. I love that pressure tool. You can get those on Etsy. I have that link below in the description. She's fun to work with too. But I take it out, I close it up, and I put it on here, and I'm like, oh, I missed a spot. Back to the stamper. And there, I fixed it. So now I'm going to color, and you're going to listen to some music. So enjoy. And I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that music. So I ended up die cutting this, and now I'm going to pop it up on some foam squares to give it just a little bit of height off that pattern paper without causing too much gap in the card. So I wanted to be really careful with that too. I didn't want to do more than just that one layer, so otherwise I don't think the card would meet up with the design showing through. I think it would have been hard to close. But the nice thing with this card, after you open it, after the recipient opens it, they can display it. It's like a little art thing. And you can write your sentiments to the left or to the right in that pattern paper. Just put a happy birthday or whatever, love you, sign your name. Or you can write on the back with a white gel pen or gold or silver. So I did cut a 1-inch piece of vellum and I stamped it with happy birthday. I let that dry for a day because sometimes the ink doesn't like to dry on vellum. And I didn't want to heat set it. It would have warped the vellum. At least if I would have done it, it probably would have. So I'm just fitting this to the card, and I realize I'm going to have to cut quite a bit off because I just want it to meet up in the middle. Sorry. So I'm taking 1.5 inches off each side, using my mat there to measure. I did put this down so the glare wouldn't be so bad today. So I have some butterflies in my stash of ephemera. We call it ephemera. So I'm going to use that to hold this together with some double-sided sticky tape. So the recipient can either slide the band off or they can pull the butterfly. I'm assuming they'll probably slide it off. I did take it off and put it back on, so if you just bend the card just a little bit, you know, scoop it like so it's a scoop, that slides right off and you can get it right back on. I left this in real time. You can see how many minutes I struggle. Because I want to hold on to the card now that I got it where I want it, and I'm going to try to put this tape on one-handed. I get it done though. Of course, I cut the sticky tape too long. That's okay. I have my handy dandy scissors sitting right there. But I also want to burnish this down with my fingernail, the sticky tape onto the butterfly, because I do not want it coming off. That would be horrible if the card popped open. Because you'd never get it back in the same spot. I think I got that sticky tape from Michael's. And there it is. Super cute card. I love the simplicity of the front. And then all the bang is in the middle. So I did take this card apart to take pictures, and you see those right when I'm done here. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next week. Same time, same place, on Monday, with another cute card. So cute. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Have a great week and weekend. Bye-bye.